If you would have told me the Philadelphia Eagles would be down 3 of their top 5 offensive weapons, have 3 turnovers, and still have the ball with a chance to win, I probably wouldn't believe it. What's going on, everybody? Philly Mike here. Wow, that was a heartbreaking loss the Philadelphia Eagles took in Atlanta last night, 24-20. To be trailing the whole game, to take the lead 20-17, I felt like the game was going to be ours to win. Did we play good? Hell no. It was not a good effort whatsoever. But it was a winnable game. We had the chance to win the game at the end, and we fell short. Literally inches short. Playing this game in the first quarter, knowing that our weapons weren't going to come back, and Dallas Goedert, Deshaun Jackson, and Alshon Jeffrey, I was worried, but I still felt like we could establish the run and get our offense going, and we still had some people who can catch the ball who haven't got much work with the ones, so Carson Wentz doesn't have a great rapport with them, but are still solid players. You know, they're, again, backups, but I feel like some of our backups are better than other backups. I felt like Carson Wentz was frustrated early. The lack of protection the O-line was giving him was horrible. I mean, our offensive line is supposed to be a top 5 offensive line. Last night it played like a bottom 5 offensive line. Wentz was holding the ball a little bit too much, but for the most part, pressure was coming in right away, and Wentz didn't have a choice but to get hit. Another thing is, we can't even get mad at our runner backs because the run game looked bad at all aspects. Miles Sanders was dancing around the backfield way too much. He needs to get the ball and go through the hole. No dancing. But when Jordan Howard was in, I mean, we hiked the ball. As soon as the ball gets put into Jordan Howard's belly, contact is made. Before we even get back to the line of scrimmage, contact is being made. Their D-line really outplayed our offensive line in all aspects, our pass blocking and run blocking, and that really hurt. It wasn't until, again, late in the game where we started to get some type of rhythm, but we can't have that. Last year, we were dead last in first quarter points. Start this year off, I thought it was going to be a big difference. Week 1, I'm thinking it's only week 1, 0 points in the first quarter. Don't worry, we'll fix it. Here we go again, 0 points in the first quarter to start the game in ATL, and we just didn't look good throughout the whole game. It wasn't until the fourth quarter where the Eagles' offense came alive. And I credited that all on Carson Wentz. Everything we did in that fourth quarter was credited by Carson Wentz. Nelson Agholor had some great catches, don't get me wrong. But Carson Wentz, on third down, numerous times came up big with these miracle elite throws that showed flashes of what he did in 2017. 2017, what Carson Wentz did in the fourth quarter is what he did all year, 2017. And that's why we were 13-1 before he got hurt. We need to see more of that. Again, I know the play calling had to be changed a lot with Nelson Agholor, Matt Collins, and Arcega-Whiteside as your 3 receivers. You know, with Agholor in the slot, and you got Matt Collins and Arcega-Whiteside outside, which they don't really belong out there. Zach Ertz did a great job too. He fell short. I felt bad for that man. He had tears in his press conference. He's a veteran tight end. He knows that he should have got past the first down and then turned around. But in the heat of the moment, it didn't happen. And I just love the passion he has for the game to show his emotional side on TV and just be like, listen, it's my fault. I'm going to take this on the chin. Another big thing, I'm not a kind of guy who just says one play is why we lost the game. I mean, Ertz should have knew better and got farther. It is what it is. Nelson Agholor, he had a tremendous game, but the one pass that was right in his hand, that would have turned Carson, that would have brought this game back. It would have made Carson Wentz haters say like, wow, he made us come back, instead of the Eagle fans who are quick to turn on Carson Wentz like, damn, see, we should have kept Josh McCown in, or we should never got rid of Nick Foles. No, any of them quarterbacks in that situation would have did worse and not been able to rally the group at the end. I seen a tremendous effort in the rally in the fourth quarter where we went from down 6-17 to winning 20-17. Jim Schwartz finally jumped onto that blitzing thing and it worked the whole second half except the last game. If you're gonna blitz, you gotta have Rasul Douglas closer to Julio Jones. Again, I'm not going to blame one specific play, but that was an illegal block. He definitely extended the arms and pushed Rasul Douglas down, which freed up Julio Jones. I'm not saying Rasul Douglas makes that tackle if he don't do it. He either call the flag, and if he doesn't do it, at least Rasul Douglas maybe just slows him down so Sadejo or one of them guys who were trailing him will catch him. At the end of the day, we're 1-1. I knew it was going to be a tough matchup against the Atlanta Falcons, a desperate Atlanta Falcons who did not want to start 0-2 at home. They're really good in their season openers. I knew it was going to be tough, but my biggest thing is we kind of deserved to lose this game on our effort and play. The way we played the first three quarters, the fact that we had got the injury bug, 3 turnovers. When you have an injury bug, 3 turnovers, you don't deserve to win the game. But with all that being said, the game was reachable. We were right there to get the win. That's what blows my mind on games like this. To get that close and to have it right there and to not get it. Some of these things come back to bite you at the end of the year. But again, guys, it's September. It's week 2. It wasn't a loss to the NFC opponent. It wasn't a loss in mid-November. This is a September loss. Last year we started out 1-1. The year we went to the Super Bowl, we started out 1-1, and then boom, 13-1. So we still got stuff we got to work on. And the number one thing that we got to work on is starting the same offense we do in the second half, starting that in the first half. I don't understand why a team as talented as the Philadelphia Eagles offensively cannot get points early. That's something that I really feel Doug Peterson needs to look at himself and do that. I love Doug Peterson. I love his aggressiveness to go for it on fourth down. I love his play calling. But last year and this year, his play calling has not been up to par and we have not been executing in the first quarter. So something got to change. And again, we wanted to establish run. Doug Peterson came out in his press conference and said we wanted to, but we just could not run the ball. Atlanta was doing a great job in just shutting our offensive line down, closing the gaps, and not giving these runners no wiggle room. So I can't even be mad at the runners, except for Miles Sanders needs to hit the hole and stop dancing back there. At the end of the day, there's no such thing as a moral victory, but you got to feel good about the resilience of these guys battling back, never giving up, didn't hang their heads down at all. They battled back, and we literally lost by inches. Zach Ertz gets that first down, who knows what we're talking about? Because at that point, the time was down to like in the 35, 45 seconds. So we wouldn't know what would happen, but we didn't win. At the end of the day, we got an L. So now we are 1-1. Being 1-1 is not our biggest concern. Our biggest concern is getting these guys healthy. Deshaun Jackson, I heard that his groin is looking better. He looks like he will be able to play Sunday. It's early, so we want to see how it goes. Alshon Jeffrey's up in the air, but his calf, like I said, hopefully he's rested and he can play Sunday. Timmy Jurgen broke his foot, and he's going to be out a month. That hurts now because now you're down Malik Jackson, Timmy Jurgen, and all that's left is Fletcher Cox, Akeem Spence, the guy we signed from Miami, and Hassan Ridgeway. So we might need some more depth and D-tackle because we like to rotate and keep the bodies fresh. Again, guys, at the end of the day, we're 1-1. It's not that big of a deal at this point. It's early in the season. Don't listen to what these Cowboy fans and other teams are saying. We worry about our team, and that's it. We're 1-1. We got a couple games that we got to win so we can up the record. But again, losses in September is not that big of a deal. Again, it was early, and it's not like we just came out fully healthy and just played a bad game. We had a lot of things going against us with, going against a desperate Atlanta team and taking that big injury bug. I never seen 3 of the top 5 weapons go down that early in the game and then lose some defensive players, then lose Corey Clement. So we had the injury bug, and like I said, we still fought. So look on the bright side, guys. We're 1-1. I mean, look at around the NFL. Drew Brees, he's out for 6 weeks. Ben Roethlisberger, he's out for the whole year. You know what I mean? The Jets are playing this week without their starting quarterback. So look on the bright side. Our guys are not hurt for the long haul, and we got a lot of football left to play, and the Eagles are going to get theirs. Don't worry about that. Thanks for watching, guys. Listen, I need all the support I can get. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I got big plans for this channel. I want to do giveaways to you guys with Eagle apparel, including jerseys. Again, I said it on my last video, I plan to have a game where whoever gets the closest score for the upcoming week gets an Eagles jersey or apparel, but I need to get subscribers so I can be on live. I need you guys to subscribe so we can do big things. And again, I'm all about the Philadelphia Eagles, baby. So E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!